Hello, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you for hitting that play button for another episode of the Heady Coleman podcast, where I try to provide you content to help you go win. The content that I provide you, I hope, helps you discover the right things to be consistent in order to go win. And if I had that written down somewhere to where I can look at it, I can say it the same way every time. So then I can be consistent with the messaging that I provide you, because it helps with branding go win. But I don't always do the right things. You know what I'm saying? But just know that what I hope to provide you with this is that out of this, you will be able to walk away with content that helps you discover what you need to be consistent in, the right things to be consistent in order to go win. And today I have 5 questions that I ask other people so that I can help other people. Does that make sense? 5 questions that I ask other people so that I can help other people. Wait. 5 questions. I'm going to share with you 5 questions that I ask other people so I can help people. That's it. That's it right there. 5 questions that I'm sorry to say it again. Please don't forgive me. Please don't walk away. Please don't hit pause. Don't stop the video, the podcast, the audio, whatever, however you are taking this in. Do not hit stop. I just thank you for hitting the play button. So don't hit stop. So, 5 questions that I ask others so I can help people go win. That's it. So, I wanted to share with you these questions because you just may want to start asking other people these questions, because it could just help you and you don't even have to come to me. You can just ask these questions. So the reason that I ask these questions is because I hope that, like, whenever I'm able to work one-on-one or with a group of people, I can then take from what I learned from other people in order to be able to communicate what I've learned to others so they can take it and maybe apply it to their own situation, to their lives, so they can live out a greater story. Okay? So go in is defined as what are those right things? Go in is defined as what are those right things that you need to be consistent in order to achieve the wins you want for your life so you can live out a greater story. So my questions are based around that idea of defining your win, helping people define their win. What is that win that you want for your life? And then there's the discovering the right things. So you got to discover those right things that you need to be consistent in order to achieve those wins. The simple example that I often give is that if you wanted to lose 10 pounds, what are some right things you need to be consistent in order to achieve that weight loss? Exercise 3 to 5 times a week, right? Eating the right foods, not taking in as many calories, building muscle. So all of these things are right things that you have to be consistent in. 3 to 5 days a week or 2 days a week, building muscles. So that's how I look at what go win means. Now, I also just talk about just this go win approach to life in general. Like, what are some right things that you should just be doing in life to live out your greatest story? One, like, big picture is like, I need to be consistent in living healthy, right? That's just a life thing. Like, it's not even so much of a goal or a win. It's just like, that's just what I need to be doing to approach life in the best way possible. So here are my 5 things, my 5 questions that I'm asking people. So I'm going to create a form on my website, and I'm just going to be sending out a link asking people, random people, hey, would you respond to these questions? 1, what is a win you have for yourself? What is a win that you have for yourself? 2, here's the second question. Now, hopefully when people understand, 1, a win is a goal. So what is a goal that you have? And to be honest, sometimes people don't have wins for their life, like not or goals for their life, especially not written down. Like I have an app that I use called Notion that has my superhero list in it. And you can go to superherolist.com and write out your superhero list. Superhero list is just a list of 3 to 5 wins that you have for your life that if you achieve them, it makes you feel like a what? Superhero, baby. So, my first question I'm asking people is, what is a win that you have for yourself? And then I may ask that this way though. What is a win that you've defined for yourself, or what is a win you have for yourself? So I'll ask that question. So that's a great question to ask people. 2, what are some things you're consistent in order to achieve this win? So now this is the gist, this is the meat of it. I feel like as far as getting to your win is really asking other people like, hey, what are some things that you're consistent in order to achieve that win, to get out of debt, to move up the ladder at work, or to lose that 10 pounds. So if you don't ask people what their wins are, you really don't know if you can ask the next question, because that next question, what are those right things that you're consistent in order to achieve that first thing that I asked you, the win. Now, if they don't have a win, they definitely probably don't have right things that they're consistent in. They may just have some things that they do every day, but not so much to achieve a particular win, maybe just in life. So what are some things you're consistent at doing to achieve this win? Then the third question is, how did you discover that these things were the right things to be consistent in to achieve the win? Now that's important, because that kind of can help you learn how to get out there and discover right things. Right? So how do people go about discovering what those right things to be consistent in are? And some of that is trial and error, like testing different things. But a lot of it is just asking other people, finding out if there's someone who has a win that matches up with the win that you want, and finding out how what are they consistent in order to achieve that. And so just asking these questions right here could be a big way of discovering what you need to be consistent in. So number 4, what keeps you, what prevents you, what is your kryptonite in being consistent and doing those right things? My number 1 kryptonite is procrastination. Procrastination. Oh my goodness. I can find so many different things to do versus being consistent in following my morning routine. Like, I have it all listed out. These are the things that I need to do every day. Get up and just do these things every day. And oh my goodness, procrastination. I drift off into doing some other things. I'm the worst. I am the worst. I don't know if I'm the worst, but I'm pretty bad at I just procrastinate. So, but ask them, what are some things that are preventing you from being consistent in, that are preventing you from being consistent in these right things that will help you achieve the wins you want for your life? Because in that, I think you can then be prepared and consider some of these things that may prevent you. And then you can begin to try to work on that not happening. And then the 5th question that I'm asking people, and I may change this 5th question. I'm still trying to figure out if this is really the best 5th question to ask, but it is a great question. And that is, why is this a win for you? So the thing that they said, this is my win. My win is to lose 10 pounds. What is the why? Because I like to say to people, if you lose your why, you lose your way. And in you asking that, as I ask people, what is your why? It just it's inspirational. It kind of helps me be able to provide, when I'm sitting down with people, some inspiring stories. Like, man, you know why this win was the win that Taylor picked? Do you know the why Sarah picked this particular win for her life. It's an amazing story, and all that does is inspiration. I think inspiration helps move us forward. And so, anyway, yep, that's it. Those are my 5 questions. For now, let me review them. What is a win you have for yourself? Is the first question I'm asked. What are some things you're consistent in order to achieve this win or wins? How did you discover what the right things to be consistent in were to achieve the win or wins? What prevents you from being consistent? And then number 5, what is your why for your win? Just share your why with me, please. Just share your why with me. So anyway, thank you for hitting that play button once again, ladies and gentlemen. I'm excited about you helping me get to 10,000 plays. I am so close to 10,000 plays. Also, please subscribe to my YouTube channel, podcast. You can find all of those things. If you go to HeadyColeman.com and click on blog and more, you'll find all of my links there to my different YouTube podcasts, all that goodness. HeadyColeman.com/links. HeadyColeman.com/links. And then if not, just go to HeadyColeman.com and click on blog and more. Okay? Well, as always, ladies and gentlemen, as always, go win.